is mutually agreed norms for routing security. And first, we will discuss why does routing security matter. Routing security matters because the whole internet world is running based on routing, and there are about 70,000 core networks or autonomous systems across the internet. And these core networks are connected with each another, and they're connected with the technology or with the protocol, routing protocol we call Border Gateway Protocol, BGP. This Border Gateway Protocol is used to exchange reachability information, and these informations are again used to create a stable internet world, internet routing table, right? So internet routing table is the information or information base or prefix base which basically contain all the IP addresses of the internet world. So whenever we're talking about global internet, we're basically talking about routing protocols, which is carrying the information in routing table. So the security of routing table is very much crucial. But the thing is that BGP is the only one protocol which is capable of carrying all this big kind of information throughout the whole world. And when this BGP was invented or discovered or came into picture, it was created at the time when security was not a concern, because everybody felt very much secured, and they trusted each other. No built-in validation were required in the updates of the BGP protocol systems from one network to another. So the chain of trust that spans continents and lack of reliable resource data was there at that time, because the internet world was really small at that time. And at the beginning, everybody was trying to come up with a better internet environment or better routing environment, but they didn't think that at some point security is going to be a concern, right? So what happened? Internet started with a very steady growth, but we saw routing incidents was happening. Routing incidents was happening around the world. In 2019, over 10,000 routing outages or attacks were seen. And 40% of the all network incidents were attacks, deliberate attacks. And 3.8% of all autonomous systems on the internet were affected, right? So what are the probable reasons? What are the probable causes? What are the aspects for which these routing incidents happen? Insecure routing is one of the most common paths for malicious threats. So whenever we are dealing with insecure routing, that is a very easy access for the attacker to take advantage, right? And attacks can take anywhere from hours to months to recognize. In recent days, the attackers have become very much smart and innovative, that you can face a long time outage just only to find out about the attacks or attackers or the vulnerabilities you have, right? So as you can see, we are in this together. So network operators have a responsibility to ensure globally robust and secure routing infrastructure. We have to work together. We have to make sure that the network we're building with each other, the network we're trying to come up by connecting with each other, these networks are secured. And our networks are secured in such a way that we are not disturbing the global internet in any way. Because when one network operator gets into a trouble and when one network is compromised, it impacts the other one and so on. So this is how the harmony in the global internet routing table is lost during an attack. And you will see a large impact over continents, over countries, over localities, economies for these attacks. So we have to work together as a network operator. We have to work together and make sure that we are making our network more secure, more hygiene, right? And that's the way we think the image of mutually agreed norms for routing security has evolved. So this is an initiative which was taken by ISOC, and there are few roundtables and workshops that took place before the idea of manners come into picture. And gradually we got a solution. We call this mutually agreed norms for routing security. So manners improves the security and reliability of the global internet routing system based on collaboration among participants and shared responsibility for the internet infrastructure. Manners sets a new norm for routing security. And if we try to understand what manners programs talk about, manners programs consist of 4 pillars: network operators, internet exchange points, content delivery network, CDNs, and cloud providers, and equipment vendors. As you can see, first we will talk about the network operators program. It was launched in 2014 by a handful of network operators. And the goal was to raise awareness for routing security, promote a culture of responsibility towards the security and resilience of Internet's global routing system, demonstrate the ability of the Internet industry, and provide a framework for network operators to better understand and address issues related to the security. It has 4 actions, and 3 actions are mandatory among these 4 actions. Filtering, coordination, and global validation. These 3 actions are mandatory for a network operator to maintain to adopt manners. And the last one is anti-spoofing, which is recommended by manners. We will talk about these in our upcoming courses in a detailed manner. We will discuss each and every one of them with examples and configurations and all those things. So I would like to request the participants to take part in the course, and you will get to know more about manners. And next, if we move forward, we have manners IXP program, Internet Exchange Points, and this program was also launched in 2018. The ISP program addresses the unique needs and concerns of IXPs with a separate set of manners actions. We got manners program for CDNs and cloud, and it was launched in 2020. And the goal it included were create a secure network peering environment, encourage better routing hygiene, demonstrate responsible behavior, improve operational efficiency for peering interconnections, minimizing incidents, and providing more granular insight for troubleshooting. And the last addition was equipment vendor program. And it was added with the goal to serve as a motivating factor for all the network operators or IXPs or CDN or cloud providers. And for having a positive impact on the industry, facilitating awareness and support for routing security. So those are the brief on a MANRS course or MANRS program. You can find all the detailed information on different programs in MANRS website. And for MANRS for network operators, you will find it very comprehensive course materials in the MANRS course, which is going to be started from 17 July. The business case for MANRS and routing security, if we try to understand what is the business case of MANRS in case of routing security. So before going into the slide, may I ask the participants if you have any comment that how can MANRS play a vital role in your organization, maybe from routing security aspect or maybe from business aspect. So is there anyone interested to discuss along with us from the attendees? So yeah, I think you can also type in the chats, or you can raise your hand, so we can have a short discussion. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I will continue with my slides for now, and let's see if anyone get anything on their mind and put it into the chat box. So as I was saying, implementing MANRS actions, people need to make their organizational management understand that it has a crucial impact on the business, right? Because the network engineers, they understand the significance of MANRS in their network, but sometimes they need approval, sometimes they need consent from their management to apply to run the extra mile. So MANRS plays a very vital role to improve your business security or business robustness, or what should I say, to build confidence in your business, because your customers will ask for security in your network when they're using your network. So it signals an organization's security forward posture and can eliminate SLA violations that reduce profitability or cost customer relationships, right? And it reduces routing incidents, helping networks readily identify and address problems with customers or peers. So these two are basically a very vital role that can play MANRS into your organization. So whenever you are showing people that you have a concern with security and you are trying to adopt recommended, or you're trying to adopt mandatory actions from MANRS to make your network more secure, it gives a message to your customers that yes, this network is secure. We are looking after the security for your sake. So people or your customers will rely more onto your robustness, right? Also, as I said, it reduces incidents, routing incidents. So when your network faces a low amount of routing incident, it will be able to maintain the SLA in a much more better way. So MANRS also improves networks operations by establishing better and cleaner peering communication pathways, while also providing granular insight for troubleshooting. It addresses many concerns of security-focused enterprises and other customers, right? So whenever you are adopting MANRS into your organization, you're following all the actions. You're following all the actions recommended by MANRS, and in those actions we have filtering, we have uh, coordination, we have global validation, and we have anti-spoofing. These are the things which can help you to reduce routing incidents drastically in your network, which will help you to become a very robust, secure network among all the other networks. And you will see that you will face a very less amount of interruptions or attacks, or you will face less amount of threats after implementing MANA's actions into your network. So as I said, the business aspects are really beneficial to all the organizations, because when you join MANRS, a community of security-minded organizations, they come together, they connect together, and they commit to make the global routing infrastructure more robust and secure. Consistent MANRS adoption yields steady improvement, but we need more networks to implement the actions and more customers to demand routing security best practices, right? The more networks apply MANRS actions, the fewer incidents there will be, and the less damage attacks can do. So it's like you are becoming secured, and you are actually taking part of making the global routing secure. Because in the global routing system, if you are secured in the global routing system, one of the network is now secured, and it has less vulnerabilities from at least one of the network. And in this way, when a community joins MANRS and follow or implement all the actions, and gradually you will see that the incidents will decrease gradually, and the whole global routing system will become secure and hygiene. So that's that. As we were saying, so MANRS, this is a security process, right? It's a process. It's not a state. You have to follow the process. You have to follow the best practices suggested or recommended by all the experts around the world, right? MANRS talks about it. So MANRS is the minimum a network should consider with low risk and cost effective actions, right? So you have to keep it in mind that this is not a one-stop solution, right? But this is one step towards the global robust secure routing infrastructure. So you can probably think that if we become a MANRS member, then what are the things we're gonna see? So whenever you become a member of MANRS, you will get access to a portal. We call it MANRS Observatory, which will provide you transparent, passive, and evolving data over time. You will get a portal something like this. And also, there is a session on MANRS Observatory taken. It will be presided over by Aftab Siddiqui. And I would like to request all of you to join that session and have a very detailed insight on MANRS Observatory and how it can help you, how it can basically aid you to keep the sanity or hygiene or security of your network boosted. Manners also have champions, So the idea of manners ambassadors, and at that time they were called fellows, and now they are called mentors and ambassadors. The idea was launched in 2020, and there are mentors. They actually represent different manners participants from different part of the world. They provide mentorship, they provide guidance and feedback to others in routing security community. And their ambassadors who are actually emerging leaders who believe that routing security is essential. And in the 2023 Manners Mentors and Ambassadors program is sponsored by Epinik Foundation and Epinik. And I have also provided the link there where you can find all the champions. And as Robbie typed in the chat box, making the Manners Observatory work for you, this session is happening tomorrow at 7 UTC, 19 July, right? Thanks, Robbie, for sharing that with the attendees. So as I was saying, Manners mentors, they support the fellows, they promote Manners, and they work at capacity building. They do all their stops to make sure that the community gets benefit from Manners. They spread the knowledge, they try to train people, they try to arrange training, and they work along with the ambassadors in different regions so that the ambassadors basically can go through with their trainings. And Manners ambassadors, they are basically dedicated to training, research, and policy. So we have three categories: training, research, and policy. So Manners award this ambassadorship to the candidates or to the applicants who basically can prove that they can work towards the development of manners around the world. And the whole idea of this is to promote manners, right? Develop content, highlight manners, routing security via social media, and promote it local communities, right? You can learn more and join us at manners.org. Help is available. You will find the implementation guide is there. You will find tutorial modules are there. And you will also see that the detailed video tutorials are there in the manners.org/tutorials URL. So you can just visit the site and you can get lots of information there regarding manners. Before concluding my slide, I'd like to invite you to join Manners, and at least I would like to invite you to join the Manners course, which is starting from 17th July, to understand manners a bit more and to make sure that you are not missing the chance to make your network more secure and robust, right? And as I said, there are a few more sessions coming up, and those sessions are very much informative. As you can see, there are sessions routing security as supply chain security, threats and opportunities, the business and enterprise aspects which are related to routing security will be discussed. And then tomorrow you have Manners Observatory work for you by Aftab Siddiqui. We have community, what it takes a community exchanging routing security best practices from Anand Raje, and the role of C-shirts in routing security, right? And before completing my slide, I would like to request you to attend the poll. So what was your biggest takeaway from this session? If you can just provide a short answer to that, that would help us understand if this session was beneficial to you or not. So last but not the least, learn more at manners.org, and you can follow us routing manners in all the social media accounts. So thank you very much, everybody. And yeah, okay. I would like to thank you to attend this session, and I would like to again invite you to attend our future sessions. But before closing the session, I would like to ask if any one of you have any kind of query, please feel free to share with me. You can type it into chat box, or you can raise your hand. We can have a short discussion. If you have any kind of query, please feel free to talk. Okay, then it seems everybody got hold of the okay, we got, is there any compliance checklist available for MANRS? So yeah, there are, if you try to join MANRS, somebody from MANRS team will get back to you, and they will check if the actions are implemented into your network. The mandatory actions, remember? So the filter, the global validation, and the coordination, these are three mandatory actions. So if you implement these three mandatory actions into your network, somebody from MANRS team will work with you and make sure they are implemented. And they will also try to implement the IP spoof, so anti-spoofing mechanism as well. And in this way, you will be joining MANRS team. Yeah. Thanks, Mustafa Hussein, for your query. So if anybody has any more. So please check out the next session, Routing Security as Supply Chain Security, Threats and Opportunities, which will begin in an hour. You can join via the lobby. And thank you very much again for joining this session. Good